good. How are you? Thank you guys for taking this time. I just kind of want to reiterate what Carolyn said. I knew you guys were talking about homelessness given the circumstances that have arisen and what you guys are going through. And I just really want to encourage you guys to really recognize where you are, that you are in Sarasota. This city is developed on creativity, on community, on a lot of different ways of doing things. And right now we have people who live in $4.5 million to $10 million homes, and people that cuddle up on top of a piece of cardboard. You know, we have those extremes in our community. And through those, let's find as many opportunities as we can find, because there are all kinds of different places that people can live, ways in which people can live, and let's open up those opportunities, because right now there seems to be a huge gap. If you're looking at what's going on nationally, there's a huge gap in these different extremes. And the more ways we can be creative and community-oriented about finding the steps in between, the better off we're going to be. Now, I know with the city and the county, we've had a lot of battle over should we have a Housing First initiative or should we have a Come As You Are shelter, and I think yes and we should have tiny houses, and we should have a tent city, and we should have all of these things, because all of these things are proven possibilities in different communities throughout the country, throughout the world. All of these things have been proven to be effective in one way, shape, or form. We don't need to wait for the perfect silver bullet, as Carolyn said. There are different measures we can take from here to there. We're not going to put all of them in a $4.5 million house or anything like that, of course not. But considering the extremes that we have, and considering how many people in between are struggling with finding a place they can afford in this community, we've got to take some more creative measures. I know that in Sarasota, one of the 3 key industries we have is real estate. And it's a real challenge because you're stuck with where do we make a profit and where do we provide housing for the people who are here, who are working for us and providing to our community. And we got to find that in between. But I think there is a lot in between. There is still ways that we can find things that are creative. We've become very subjected to looking at single family homes, as a way to do things. And we have to be realistic about that and recognize our divorce rate in this country is 50%. That's just not realistic anymore. We don't live like that anymore. We're developing communities. We want to maybe develop more inter-family housing where we can kind of raise our kids together and do things differently like that, like tiny house villages that are popping up that aren't just for the homeless, but for people who just want to live smaller, with a smaller footprint, more simply and more joyously. So just keep an open mind as we move forward from what we've just gone from and say, you know, there's just so many opportunities. We shouldn't say no to anything. So thank you.